Hello and welcome to Agent Upgrade. I'm Pablo Galvez and this is Simone Russo. And together, we've seen success in selling real estate. Now, we're passionate about sharing how we did it with as many people as possible. Subscribe today and welcome to the community. Next thing I want to talk about is the mindset that you have when you're calling people. I find a lot of agents, when they're starting to prospect, they get on the phone and somebody inevitably is going to be, ring, hello. Hi, I'm a realtor and I'm wondering if you want to sell your home. Okay, that's not the script, but go with that. And the person on the other side says, hey, quit bothering me. I hate these telemarketing calls, and they yell at them and they put them down. I'm going to call the police on you, etc. And the agent gets discouraged, and that can really impact your mindset. Does that make sense? And when you do that and you get that 10 times in a row, you feel very small, right? I want you to have this one mindset, and that's this. I say this to agents a lot. Do you think that you're a great agent, a great real estate agent? Do you think that you're better as a real estate agent for a client than most of the agents in the market?
Yes.
Like, maybe there might be one or two that are better, but for the most part, do you feel like you're a competent, skilled, excellent real estate agent, and that if they were to list with someone else, that might actually be a detriment to them because you feel like you can get them more for their home and you feel like you can do a better job for them, right? So I want you to have this mindset. Is there someone around where you're calling or talking to people that's going to list their home this week? And the answer is usually yes. Do they know about you? The answer is no, right? Now you need to just let people know that you exist so that they know that there's a better alternative, right? You see how this mindset is shifting now? And really you're just there to find the people who are actually looking to buy or sell. And it's okay if people want to say, don't ever call me again. No problem. I'm sorry to bother you. Next.
One of the things that, again, talk about mindset, I would think if my goal, for example, was 25 transactions in a year, I only need to find 25 people that I can help in the entire year. So I'll make calls and calls and calls. And I know that not all of them are going to be wanting to sell their home. Not all of them want me to represent them. I'm only looking for that 25.
So how important is it to be able to handle rejection as a prospecting agent?
It's critical, right?
Absolutely,
you need to just be able to know that they're not rejecting you personally. They are just not interested in selling or buying a house right now, or they maybe already have a great real estate agent. All of those things are fine.
Well, one of the things that I want to address is every time you get a prospect on the phone, so now you're actually telephone prospecting and you're on the phone. One of the great things that was taught to me, I think it was Bernie Gallerini who taught me this one. He said, try and get 3 gets, okay? And the 3, if you have your mind in this mode when you're actually talking to someone, you're looking for 3 gets. You want to get an appointment, right? That's the first get an appointment. You want to get a referral. So if you talk to someone on the phone and they say, so when are you thinking of moving? And they say, I'm never moving. They're going to carry me out in a box. And
people say that.
Yeah, people say that, right? Like they're carrying me out of this home in a box. I'm never moving ever. Great. Is there someone else that you know that is looking to move or purchase or sell a home? So now you're getting a referral, right? That's the second get. And the third get, if they won't even give you a referral right now, try and get a COI, right? A sphere of influence or a center of influence. Try and get someone added to your database. That's great. It sounds like you really know a lot about the neighborhood. Would you mind if I gave you a call from time to time? And maybe if you see something or if you know of somebody who's moving in the future, I might be able to help them with their real estate needs, right? So there's 3 gets. And I always had a 4th get that would be a bonus get. And that's called get rid of them. So if you're talking to someone on the phone and they do not want to be on the phone with you, but they're not rude enough to hang up with you, and they're like, no, you can't call me later. No, you can't this. And they're just being poisonous. Get rid of them. So there's your bonus get.
Yeah, and there's no point. We're not going to convince someone to want to sell their home. You're not going to be able to convince someone to want to purchase a home. So what you're looking for when you're prospecting is you're looking for those that already have that desire.
Right.
right?
Yeah.
So it's very simple. You're not trying to create motivation. You're looking for people that are motivated.
What are, like in summary then, why would people prospect? What's important about prospecting? Let's go through that.
Let's talk about that. So the why obviously is everyone should have a dream board or a vision board or a goal board, right? Of some sort. So something visual where you have everything that you want to accomplish in that year or in the years ahead up in front of you. That's your motivation, right?
It kind of starts with this desire to improve or change. You know, a lot of people are maybe frustrated. They've been a realtor for a year or 5 years or 20 years, and they're not getting anywhere. So the first part is this desire to improve.
Yeah,
right?
Absolutely. And then number 2 is this is just one of the many ways to find sellers and buyers. There's a lot of different ways we've just gone over telephone prospecting today, but there's a lot of different methods that you can prospect and that you can use for prospecting.
Absolutely.
Right?
Like a lot of people will door knock. A lot of people will,
open house,
online
leads.
Sure.
Right?
All kinds of ways, right?
There's lots of ways.
And the reason why we chose to do this type of, and this form of prospecting in this beautiful office was primarily because it's repeatable.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter what the weather is outside, doesn't matter anything. I can show up here at a certain time every day and make my calls. So that was the number one reason why we chose this method. It was always repeatable and didn't have any variables.
Right. And once you have everything set up, and again, it takes time. It really takes time. So don't think that all of a sudden you're going to show up into your office and it's going to look like this. You have to give yourself some grace and allow yourself some time to really get your scripts down, have your office set up, make sure your technology is all set up. And then you'll learn the whole pre-prospecting routine and the role playing. All those things will help you become a better real estate agent.
Right. So it may not be perfect the first time. But
doesn't need to be perfect.
Right? And I believe the next thing is a commitment, having a strong commitment. So you have a really strong commitment when there's a desire to change.
Yeah.
Right. So if things aren't working the way they are, I'm committed to this, and you make this commitment, and it's going to involve scheduling, planning this into your schedule, the distraction management.
Well, and can I just touch on, you just mentioned something that made me think of. So Pablo mentioned about your schedule, and all of this provides a tremendous amount of freedom. I know some people watching may look and go, I would never want to do that. Being in that room for 2 hours or 3 hours. I know some agents that prospect for 4 and 5 hours. But what it does is that if I know I'm in here for 2 hours, I do my job, I get it done, I can have freedom in the other hours of my day. And I don't have to carry this thought through the rest of the day. Oh, if only I would have called that person, or if only I would have put some real work into my day. So when I'm done and I leave the office at around noon every day, I know I've done my job, and now I can just go out and be at appointments and help people.
Right. So it's pretty simple, and I love how Simone broke it down earlier. If my goal is to do 25 transactions, I just have to find 25 people that want to buy or sell a house with me
in the whole year.
And it almost seems ridiculous, when you really break it down like that. And if you're contacting, say, 30 people or 20 people every single day, what are the chances that you're going to find someone who's going to want to buy or sell a home?
Exactly. And the better you get at your scripts, and the more you know what to say, and the better you get with your tonality, and the whole physical structure of yourself and the way you talk when you're on the phone. And I'm doing this because when I'm on the phone, my arms are moving, I'm walking around, I have energy when I'm in the room. I don't stand there and sit on the phone all slouched over. I'm like, it's go time. So all those things will produce results.
Absolutely. We forgot to talk about one aspect of this office that was really important to every single day when you came in here to prospect. What did you do? You had...
I did a lot of things.
You had music on.
Oh, yeah.
Remember how important music is? So when you're doing your affirmations and you're getting ready for the day, and this is what Simone would listen to, is we called it jock jams, right? It's like, woo! And you get pumped up and fired up. And if you wake up every day and you've got music like this, and I mean, you come in and you're like all fired up.
See, you can't stop from dancing, right? So you get your music on, you crank it as much as you can, depending where you are, and you get on the phones and you start calling people and you help them. What a dream. I mean, this is all good.
Yeah, we would have, because, if you have the right kind of headset, this is really fun, but if you have the right kind of headset, it can cover kind of both your ears and you have a microphone that's really close to your mouth. You can actually have the music on fairly loud, as I've got it on right now, and the people on the other side of the phone, they won't even hear the music. And you're like dancing, you're having a good time, and you're on the phones. Now, that's a great day.
Yeah.
So if you're prospecting and you start your day with affirmations and you've got great tunes on and you know that you're getting towards your goal.
You have all of your accountability partners on your other screen. I mean, you're not alone in this. It's a blast. It really is a blast.
So change your mindset, have fun with prospecting, enjoy it, listen to 90s dance music and it'll get you going, and have fun.
Yeah. And if you have any questions or any comments, or if you want to learn about anything else in the future relating to setting goals, doing more business, we're here for you. We'd love to help you. Just comment below.
What would you like to learn?
And we'll connect.
Right? Share with us some ideas. What would you like to learn? What would you like to know more about? How granular do you want to hear things? Do you want to just big picture overview, or do you really want to get down to the nitty gritty and see what's going on to sell homes?
That's a wrap. Prospecting session is over.
Prospecting 101 done.
Bye.